My friends, let me begin with a simple truth. The world we live in today is shaped by cities. Cities are the engines of growth, the places where ideas become companies, where ambition becomes reality, where the future is written every single day. For decades, we have talked about places like Silicon Valley, Wall Street, London, Shanghai, and Dubai. These names have carried weight. They have inspired entrepreneurs and investors alike, and they have become symbols of what boldness can create. But today, right now, there is another story unfolding, one that the world cannot afford to ignore. It is the story of 6 Indian cities that are no longer just part of the background. They are stepping forward, demanding a seat at the global table, and proving that greatness does not come from waiting for permission. It comes from action. It comes from courage. It comes from refusing to be ordinary. Now let's talk about India itself for a moment. India is not the India of yesterday. This is a country that has become the 5th largest economy in the world, on its way to becoming the 3rd within the next few years. It is home to over 1.4 billion people, the largest young workforce anywhere on earth, with a median age of just 28. That means more energy, more creativity, more hunger than almost anywhere else in the world. India already has more than 100 unicorn companies, startups valued at over $1 billion, and together they carry a combined valuation of more than $350 billion. Foreign investment is pouring in more than $70 billion a year because the world is noticing something powerful happening. But here's the thing. It's not happening in the abstract. It's not just about the whole nation. It's about 6 cities. 6 cities that are leading the charge. Each with their own story, each with their own flavor, each with their own fire. Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi, NCR, Chennai, and Pune. These are not just dots on a map. They are the beating heart of India's rise. So let's start with Bengaluru. If you go back a few decades, people called it the Garden City. It was known for its calm weather, its parks, its quiet charm. But today, Bengaluru has become something very different. It has become the Silicon Valley of India, and not by accident. More than 10,000 startups call this city home. It contributes almost 40% of India's IT exports. Walk into one of the startup hubs here and you'll find young people working through the night, coding, testing, failing, and trying again. Global giants have taken notice. More than 400 research and development centers are set up in Bengaluru. Companies like Google, Microsoft, Amazon, and IBM are all here, building their future out of this city. Venture capital firms are pouring money into Bengaluru because they see the hunger, they see the potential. What makes Bengaluru special is not just the number of coders it produces, it is the mindset. These young men and women are not content with doing what has already been done. They are thinking bigger. They are thinking global. They believe their small desk, their modest apartment, can be the place where the next billion-dollar idea begins. That is how you turn a city into a global hub. Not by copying others, but by daring to do what nobody else has dared to do. Now let's move to Hyderabad. This city has a history that goes back centuries. Once it was known for its monuments, for the Charminar, for the bazaars filled with spices and pearls, but today Hyderabad has rewritten its story. It has become the biotech and pharmaceutical capital of India. 1/3 of the country's pharmaceutical output comes from this city. It is called Genome Valley for a reason. Some of the most advanced biotech research in the world is happening right here. And it's not just biotech. Amazon built its largest campus in the world, in Hyderabad. Microsoft has one of its biggest research centers. Here, the city has built a reputation for artificial intelligence, for space technology, for bold experimentation. Think about that. A city once known for its markets is now known for laboratories and innovation parks. That doesn't happen by accident. That happens because the people here are not afraid to reinvent themselves. They are not afraid to fail. They are not afraid to think beyond what tradition says they can do. Investors from around the world see Hyderabad as a place where science, technology, and ambition collide. And that combination is powerful. It tells us that Hyderabad is not just living in its past glory. It is writing a new chapter that can compete with any city, anywhere. And then there is Mumbai. If there is one city that symbolizes India's relentless drive, it is Mumbai. People call it the city that never sleeps. They call it the financial capital. And both are true, but I would add something more. Mumbai is ambition in physical form. Stand on Marine Drive at night and look at the skyline. Every skyscraper you see is a statement of intent. This city produces about 6% of India's GDP. It generates a quarter of India's industrial output. It is home to the Bombay Stock Exchange and the National Stock Exchange, two of the largest stock markets in the world. More than half of India's unicorn founders come from Mumbai. But here's the thing about Mumbai. It thrives on chaos. People often ask, how can a city so crowded, so noisy, so full of challenges, also be so successful? The answer is simple. Because greatness is forged in fire. People come to Mumbai with nothing but dreams in their pockets. They take risks. They fight for opportunity. Many fail. But those who succeed build empires. Mumbai is not gentle. It is not forgiving. But it is alive. And in that intensity, in that fight, it creates billionaires. It creates companies. It creates culture. From Bollywood to banks, from startups to skyscrapers, Mumbai has built itself into a global player, a city that does not just serve India, but stands alongside London, Hong Kong, and New York as a financial hub of the world. Now let's look at Delhi NCR. For a long time, Delhi was seen mainly as the seat of government, the political heart of India. But today, Delhi NCR is much more than that. It has become the largest metro economy in the country, producing nearly $370 billion in GDP. About 40% of India's startups have their headquarters here. What makes Delhi unique is the mix of power and enterprise. This is the only place where a business leader can meet policymakers in the morning, pitch to investors in the afternoon, and brainstorm with entrepreneurs in the evening. That kind of ecosystem doesn't exist in many parts of the world. It's rare. Delhi NCR is becoming a magnet for global capital, precisely because it offers that blend of influence and innovation. And remember, this is not just about money. It's about scale. Delhi NCR has one of the largest consumer markets in Asia. That means anything built here has the potential to impact not just India, but the entire region. The story of Delhi NCR is the story of a capital refusing to be defined by politics alone. It is stepping into its role as a global hub for business and diplomacy. It is saying clearly to the world, if you want to change the future, you can do it right here. Then we have Chennai. If you go back, Chennai was known mainly for its culture, its temples, its music, and its coastal charm. But today, Chennai is called the Detroit of Asia. And for good reason. 40% of India's automobile exports come from this city. Companies like Hyundai, Ford, BMW, and Nissan have manufacturing plants here. Electronics, renewable energy, and IT are also booming. Chennai has built itself into an industrial powerhouse. And here's what makes that special. Manufacturing is not easy. It requires discipline, precision, constant adaptation. You need skilled workers, and you need vision. Chennai has both. It has turned itself into a city that does not just produce for India. It produces for the world. That means jobs, it means exports, it means global influence, and it happened because Chennai refused to stay quiet. It refused to be content as just a cultural capital. It grabbed the wheel quite literally and said, we are going to drive the future. That is boldness. That is vision. That is how you take a city from ordinary to extraordinary. And then there is Pune. For years, people called Pune an education city, a place filled with universities and colleges. And it's true, Pune is home to more than 30 universities and 200 colleges. But education here has become something more. It has become the fuel for innovation. Pune has turned knowledge into enterprise. It has turned students into entrepreneurs. Today, Pune is ranked among the top 10 fastest growing startup ecosystems in the world. This young workforce is restless, hungry, and ambitious. Companies, manufacturing industries, biotech firms, they are all rising here. What makes Pune special is that it has the mindset of domination, not just survival. This is not a city that is saying, let us be comfortable with what we have. This is a city saying, let us take our knowledge, our talent, and build something that can compete globally. That transformation, from education to innovation, is what makes Pune one of the most exciting cities to watch right now. Now, what ties all of these cities together? It's not geography. It's not tradition. It's mindset. These cities are not content with average. They are not satisfied with comfort. They are choosing boldness. They are choosing to take risks. They are choosing to dream bigger than their borders. And that, my friends, is the real story here. Think about it. Bengaluru believes it can be the Silicon Valley of the East. Hyderabad believes it can cure diseases and send satellites into space. Mumbai believes it can rival New York in finance. Delhi NCR believes it can be both a capital of politics and a capital of enterprise. Chennai believes it can lead in automobiles and clean energy. Pune believes it can take education and turn it into disruptive startups. These are not small ideas. These are bold ideas, and boldness is what builds hubs. Boldness is what builds the future. History proves this. Silicon Valley was not built by people who wanted safe jobs. It was built by rebels in garages who believed their ideas could change the world. Wall Street was not built by people seeking comfort. It was built by traders and bankers who risked everything. Dubai rose from desert sand because leaders dared to imagine skyscrapers where there was nothing. Shanghai became a global hub because it chose to act, not wait. The same story is playing out in India right now. And the world is noticing. Investors from America, from Japan, from the Middle East, from Europe, they are all looking at these 6 cities. And do you know what they see? They see hunger. They see energy. They see boldness. They see people who are not afraid to fail, not afraid to start over, not afraid to think big. And that is magnetic. That cannot be ignored. But let me leave you with a warning. The moment you choose comfort, you begin to decline. The moment you say we have arrived, you start falling behind. Comfort is the enemy of growth. It lulls you into thinking you've made it, when in reality, you are losing ground. These cities cannot stop, they cannot settle. They must keep pushing, keep building, keep dreaming. If you are in Bengaluru, your work is not done. Dream bigger. If you are in Hyderabad, don't stop at being a biotech hub. Push harder. If you are in Mumbai, don't think your skyscrapers are tall enough. Build higher. If you are in Delhi NCR, don't think your influence is enough. Expand it. If you are in Chennai, don't think your factories are advanced enough. Innovate more. And if you are in Pune, don't think your education is enough. Turn it into action. Because here's the truth. The future is not given. The future is taken. Greatness does not come to those who wait for it. Greatness comes to those who choose boldness over comfort, hunger over satisfaction, courage over fear. These 6 Indian cities are proving this truth every single day. They are not waiting for the world to notice them. They are not whispering. They are roaring. And in that roar, the world is hearing a message loud and clear. The next great business hubs are not in the West. They are rising in the East. They are rising in India. And if these cities keep their fire alive, if they keep refusing to be ordinary, then they will not just change their own destiny. They will change the destiny of the world. So let us remember these names. Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi, NCR, Chennai, Pune. 6 cities, 6 engines of the future, 6 symbols of what happens when boldness meets ambition. The world is watching, and if they keep rising, if they keep daring, then the future will not belong to someone else. It will belong to them. It will belong to India.